Friends, welcome back to another episode of My Zone's Active Kids, where we actively invest in your future. Whose future?
Your future.
Hi everybody, my name is Patience Masua and I'm super excited to be graduating this week on the 28th of April. Congratulations to everybody who'll be graduating with me, and don't forget to tune in on the live virtual graduation ceremony, which will be on the 28th of April on the University of Namibia YouTube channel. See you there.
My name is Rivaldo Kavanga and I'll be your host for today's show. And joining me today, I have the lovely
Desiree. Hi friends, I'm so happy to be back. Actually, I'm excited to be back.
And as you guys can see, our theme for the week is transport.
I can see up here there's some cool cars.
I love those cars up there.
Are those your favorite kind of cars?
Those are my favorite type of cars.
Oh wow, I really like Mercedes-Benz.
You like Mercedes-Benz?
Yes.
Wait, Desiree, you know our theme for the week is transport, but guess what we're focusing on for this week?
I think if it's not cars, I'm not gonna be happy.
So it's definitely cars. We're definitely focusing on cars. And I'd just like to tell all our viewers to catch us every day from Monday to Friday at 9 o'clock on My Zone's Facebook page and also on Zosi's Facebook page. And we'd also like to thank Innovation for these fluffy bean blue big bags. Definitely.
They are so comfortable.
I know. But Desiree, don't you think it's time for us to sing a song?
Yes, I really think that we should sing a song.
Okay, and a one,
And
and
a-
a two,
and
and
a-
a 1, 2, 3.
The wheels on the car go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the car go round and round. Early in the morning, the wipers on the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the car go swish, swish, swish. Early in the morning, the honk on the car go beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. The honk on the car goes beep, beep, beep. Early in the morning.
Don't you think it's time for us to go to our favorite people?
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I'm actually really excited about seeing the funnest people we
And the
know.
coolest kids we know. Now we're heading over to Zoey and Zacky. Hello.
Hello, hello, how are you? I'm good, I'm good, I'm great, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Hooray! Hello, 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 how are you? I'm good, I'm good, I'm great, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Hooray!
Hi friends, welcome back to the most fun and bestest show ever. My name is Zacky and I love the sound tires make on the ground.
Hi, beautiful friends. My name is Zoe, and I love how cars can be all shapes and sizes.
And we are niece
And nephew.
This week we are learning all about transport. It's going to be the greatest week ever.
Today is all about cars.
Zoe, cars are all around us.
They are.
Cars have 4 wheels.
Wheels are round things you see on cars that make them move.
They also have doors that help you climb inside.
Some cars have 2 doors. Those are really cool.
Yeah, but some cars have 4.
Cars help us move from one place.
To the next.
Cars have horns that make honk honk when you press them.
They also have windows in the windscreen.
With wipers that go swish, swish, swish in the rain.
And cars also have seat belts.
Yeah, which are super important because they help us keep safe in a car.
Cars also come in different shapes.
And sizes.
Some are big.
And make a lot of noise when they move.
Others are small.
Others are smaller.
And you can barely hear them move.
I love how cars are a nice way for us to move from one place to another. But we should always wear seat belts, listen to the driver, and never think cars are toys.
That is so true. I think it's time for us to sing a super fun song about cars.
Great. Let's do it, friends. And a one, and a two, and a 1, 2, 3. Baby car, boom, boom, vroom, vroom. Baby car, boom, boom, vroom, vroom. Baby car, boom, boom, vroom, vroom. Baby car. Mommy car, vroom, 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 vroom. Mommy car, vroom, 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 vroom. Mommy car, vroom, 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 vroom. Mommy car. Daddy car, vroom, 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 vroom. Daddy car, vroom, 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 vroom. Daddy car, vroom, 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 vroom. Daddy car. Grandma car, vroom, 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 vroom. Grandma car, vroom, 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 vroom. Grandma car, vroom, 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 vroom. Grandma car. Grandpa car, vroom, 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 vroom. Grandpa car, vroom, 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 vroom. Grandpa car, vroom, vroom, vroom. Grandpa car. Let's go, vroom, vroom, vroom. Let's go drive, vroom, 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 vroom. Let's go drive, vroom, 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 vroom. Let's go drive. Monster truck, vroom, 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 vroom. Monster truck, vroom, vroom, vroom. Monster truck, vroom, 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 vroom. Monster truck.
It's the
Vroom, vroom, vroom. It's the end, vroom, 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 vroom. It's the end, vroom, 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 vroom. It's the end.
I had so much fun looking up on cars. Now it's time for the fun fact.
Did you know that the world's first speeding ticket was given in 1902?
I love all your facts, Zoe. Friends, remember that cars are magical, but they are not toys. We always be safe in the cars we drive.
But that's it from us today, friends. We'll see you guys tomorrow again. Bye.
We had so much fun with Zoe and Zacky. I mean, those kids are just the coolest and
They
the
are
smartest and
great.
the brilliant. But now we're gonna do our active activity. Desiree, what should
It's
we do
time
for
for
our
us
active
to have
activity?
fun too, don't you think so?
Yeah, we should also have fun.
We should definitely have fun. I was thinking maybe we can mention different parts of the car.
Oh, so we're gonna play like a mind game.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
We can call it that.
Okay, cool. So I'll start and then you go and then I go and then you go and I
Okay.
go.
Until we run out. I think Rivaldo is gonna beat me in this one, guys. Wish me luck.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. The steering wheel,
The honk,
the gear,
the windshield,
the tires,
the rear view mirror,
the number plate,
the bumper,
the hood,
the engine,
the okay, the boot,
the speedometer,
the speedometer, the fuel gauge,
the glove box,
the radio,
the brake,
the clutch.
petrol. Is it the same thing?
No, it's not the same thing. Okay, yeah, I guess you won.
I won, guys.
I'm all out. But then, yeah, we had our active activity. It was so much fun. And now we head to our lessons.
And now it's lessons for the pre-primary, week 9, lesson 2.
Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. everyone, and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa, and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is My Family. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we need to sanitize. So please take your sanitizer, put a little bit in your hand, and let us sing our special song. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Yay! Good job, everyone! For today's lesson, we will be talking about preposition, mass, and sequencing. For our lesson now, boys and girls, let us turn to page 5. On page 5, we are going to be doing a little exercise about this little boy. You can see how many boys? 1, 2. 2 little boys. Now what we are going to do with this little boy is that we are going to cut him out and we are going to paste him on the bed and under the table. So we are going to be using a pair of scissors and some glue as well. Now, boys and girls, you must remember that a pair of scissors can be very, very dangerous. So if you are going to use a pair of scissors, please make sure that you have an adult with you. And then when you are done using your pair of scissors, make sure that you put it away. It is not a toy. So after you are done cutting out your 2 boys, just like how I have cut out my 2 boys, you are going to paste them correctly. So the first boy we have to paste on the bed. Here is our bed, and as you can see, it's big enough for our boy so that we can paste him. So I'm going to put our boy on the bed. And if I put him on the bed, then he will be standing on the bed. Then the next boy, I am going to put him under the table. This is the table, the brown that you can see on or in your booklet. So we are going to paste him underneath the table. So I'm going to take my boy and paste him underneath the table. And now my work is complete. Make sure that when you are cutting, try and cut straight lines. But if you're not able to, that's okay. You can ask the adult that is with you to help you cut. So long you end up pasting your boy by yourself. Now that we are done with this page together, let's quickly go to the next page, page 7. On page 7, we are going to be doing some massive measurements. Now, as you can see, we are going to be comparing the 3 things that we have there. We have a sack of flour, a container of rice, and a packet of sugar. So the first one is flour. Point to the flour. Very good. Then we have rice. Well done. And then we have sugar. Now each of these things weigh differently. So we are having a big job to color the heaviest with a red crayon. And then after that, we are going to color the lightest with a yellow crayon. So that means we're going to use two types of crayons. We have red and yellow. So let us take a look at the board to check which ones are our red ones and our big ones, or the heaviest one, and which one is the lightest. So I have drawn here my flour, rice, and sugar. And each one weighs differently, which means it's heavy in a different way. Now from the picture, you can already see, just like in your book, that the heaviest one must be the flour. And it is your job to color the heaviest one with a red color. So please, when you are coloring your flower, you can either color going from side to side, or you go and color up and down. Make sure if it is side to side, you start going up or going down. And if it is from up, top to bottom, you are starting from one side or from another side, going in one direction. So our red one belongs to the flower. Now we want to find the lightest one, and as you can see, just like in your books, the lightest one is the smallest one, which is the sugar. So we are going to use the yellow color to color the sugar. Again, when you're coloring, it's either you're coloring from side to side or top to bottom. And make sure that when you're done, it's very neat. Take your time with the coloring, and please don't color outside the lines. Try and stay inside and make the flower, remember, red, and the sugar yellow. Now, let us go to our last exercise for this lesson on page 8. On page 8, we have a beautiful girl who seems to be doing activities. The first one, you can see that she is sleeping soundly in her bed. And then you can see her eating a delicious meal. And then after that, you can see that she is reading her books. Now, it is going to be our job to color the pictures of events with different colors. The morning event is going to be blue. The yellow event and the yellow event is going to be for the afternoon, and for the evening event, you are going to use red. So these are the three colors that you're going to use. Remember, for the morning event, you are going to use a blue color. And then for the afternoon, you are going to be using a yellow color. And then for the evening, you are going to be using the red color. Now, we all do things differently, but if you talk to the adult about what you do in the evening, which is meaning nighttime, in the morning, which means the first thing when you wake up, and in the afternoon, which means somewhere around lunchtime, they'll be able to help you. I think I've already given you some clues on which one is which. So I know that you are clever and you are going to decide which event is in the morning, and the morning one you will use blue. Very good. Then after that, you are going to color the afternoon event, and the afternoon event, you are going to color it yellow. And then the last one, the evening event, when it's night time and we are done with everything, you are going to color that one red. So take your time. You are not allowed to mix the colors, only one color for one picture. And when you are done with all 3 of your exercises, check that you have done the right thing, and the adult that is with you can help you understand if you're not sure. Take your time, and I will see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zacky.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, boys and girls, and I hope you had so much fun. I know I had fun with you. Remember, if you're not sure or you don't understand, you can always ask an adult for help. Just make sure you end up doing your work by yourself. So now that we are done with our exercise, let us sanitize. Now remember, when we are sanitizing, we rub inside our hands, in between our fingers, around our hands, very good, on our wrists and the fingertips too. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder though, I have not seen Zacky, and I want us to sing our special goodbye song. Hello, Zacky. So, Zacky, I want us to sing our special goodbye song to our friends. Is that okay? Yay, good. So, before we say goodbye, please remember to stay safe all the time. Are you ready, Zacky? Good. Goodbye, goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Bye!
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zacky Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, MyZone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.
That was so great. Teacher Mutsa is really the best,
She's
guys.
just the best teacher overall.
She's the best.
I really wish Teacher Muta was my teacher too.
You know?
Yeah, man, I would have so much fun in class.
You can say that again.
But now we head to grade 2, week 9, lesson 2.
Welcome to MyZone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zacky Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zacky Online. Hello grade 2s and welcome to MyZone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa, and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is public transport and local media. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, it is very important for us to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer and rub inside our hands, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and on our fingertips. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about reading, counting in fours, and halving. For our first exercise today, boys and girls, let's turn to page 7. On page 7, we have a comprehension passage, and this one is very exciting. This one is talking about, well, I can't tell you yet. We need to read it. Now remember, we read a comprehension passage or a story 3 times. The first time is to make sure that we understand what the story is all about. The second time is to look for our answers. And then the third time is to make sure that our answers are correct. So we are going to begin with our story. I'm going to read it. Please try and follow. Our class wants to travel to Swakopmund for a fun trip. Could we travel by car? No ways. We will never all fit in the car. Could we travel by aeroplane? I don't think so. It will cost too much. Could we travel by bicycle? What? Are you mad? It will take too long to travel by bicycle. Could we travel by train? I hope not. That is a bumpy ride and it could take a whole day to get there. Could we travel by boat? No. There is no water along the way. Could we travel by bus? Yes, that will work. We must remember to pack all the things we need on our trip. So, this is our comprehension passage. I want us all to make sure that when we read it a second time, you are following with me. So, now that we're done reading it a first time, let us now read our questions. Our questions are, let's read them together. Number 1, the class wants to travel to dash. Let's read it again. The class wants to travel to dash. Number 2 says, which transport will cost them too much money? Which transport will cost them too much money? Number 3 says, traveling by dash will be a bumpy ride. Traveling by dash will be a bumpy ride. Number 4 says, the class traveled by dash to go to Swakopmund. The class traveled by dash to go to Swakopmund. And number 5 says, how do you go to school every morning? How do you go to school every morning? So these are the questions that we have been given for our comprehension passage. Number 5, however, the answer is not in the comprehension passage. This answer is up to you according to how you get to school. Do you travel by car? Do you ride your bike? Do you take a walk? Do you use the school bus? Or do you take a boat? Let's see. So, now that we are done with our questions, let's now read the comprehension a second time to try and find the answers. So keep your ears wide open for those answers. We are going to read together, and this time I will be a little bit slower so that you understand and pick up your answers quickly. Our class wants to travel to Swakopmund for a fun trip. Could we travel by car? No ways. We will never all fit in the car. Could we travel by aeroplane? I don't think so. It will cost too much. Could we travel by bicycle? What? Are you mad? It will take too long to travel by bicycle. Could we travel by train? I hope not. That is a bumpy ride and it would take a whole day to get there. Could we travel by boat? No, there is no water along the way. Could we travel by bus? Yes, that will work. We must remember to pack all the things we need on our trip. So this is our comprehension, and I want you to please now fill in the missing words or to complete the sentences. Now that we are done with that for a little while, let us quickly turn to page 8. On page 8, we are going to be doing more about transport. But this time, we are matching the words to the pictures. Now, some of you already know some of them, which is really good. But others who are not sure, you are going to have to try and find these words according to the pictures. When you're done, please put in the number that you can see. They have given you an example of the word car with the number 1. So you are going to do the same for all the other transports. Let's now read all the words that we can see. We have bicycle, bicycle, bus, bus, car, car, helicopter, helicopter, hot air balloon, hot air balloon, jet ski, jet ski, motorbike, motorbike, motorboat, motorboat, motor scooter, motor scooter, plane, plane, scooter, scooter, ship, ship, submarine, submarine, train, train, van, van. So these are our words and our types of transport. Please, 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 boys and girls, if you're not sure, you can always ask for help. Just make sure that you do the exercise or you finish it by yourself. So have fun, and when you are done with that, you're going to write which one is the quickest, which one is the fastest, which one is the slowest, which one is the most comfortable, and what you have tried, which means which one have you used for transport. Take your time, have fun, and be careful with your spellings as well. I will see you soon when you're done with both of your exercises after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
For our exercise now, boys and girls, let's turn to page 9. On page 9, we are going to be doing counting. And in this case, we are going to do D. Now, we are going to need 4 counters for us to get the correct answer. They have given us 12, 16, and 20. So it is now our job to continue counting from the number 20. Let's take a look at the counters. Now, as you can see, I have my counters on my table. So we're going to use these counters for the answer. Remember, counters can be anything. They can be bottle tops, they can be colors, they can be stones. Just make sure that you're able to use them. The blue counter will be our answer counter, and that's the one that I'm going to ask you to write down in the car. So, we are starting with 20, which means that 20 is already on the page, and we're moving on. 21, 22, 23, 24. So you're going to write the answer 24. Now that we've written 24, we need to continue. 24 is on our page, and then we say 25, 26, 27, 28. So now we're going to write the number 28. So far, we have written 24 and 28. Let's now move on to the last car. 29, 30, 31, 32. And that is the last car that we're going to count. So remember, when you're using counters, try to make one a little bit different from the others. I'm going to leave you to do the rest of this exercise by yourself. But before you do that, let's now turn to page 10. On page 10, we are going to be halving. Now, the halving that we're going to do is making sure that each of the numbers are the same. In one box, the rectangle, we have been given the dots and the number of dots. So we are going to do the one that says 10 together. So first we need to find our counters. So we're going to count our counters on the table. Let's see if we can get 10 counters. This time we're going to use blue, like this one. So we have 1, let's count together, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 counters. So now what we are going to do with our counters is share them equally. So we are going to, first of all, put them in line, and I'm going to share them with you. So if I give myself one, I have to give you one as well. So this is how we start. 1 for Teacher Mutsa, 1 for my beautiful student. There's yours. 1 for Teacher Mutsa, 1 for my beautiful student, 1 for Teacher Mutsa, 1 for my clever girl or boy, 1 for Teacher Mutsa, 1 for my clever girl or boy, 1 for Teacher Mutsa, and 1 for my clever girl or boy. Now we have shared them equally. So after sharing, we need to count how many each of us have. We're going to start with you to see how many you have. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5. Let's see how many Teacher Mutsa has as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I also have 5. So now we have solved our answer. This one says half of 10. And if you see, the half that we have made is by giving you half and giving me half. And now we know our answer is 5. So you can use your counters instead of just drawing in your book. Make sure that when you do use your counters, you take your time and share with someone. If there's no one to share with, that's okay. You can always share with me as well. So take your time, have fun with both exercises, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on My Zone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zacky.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, boys and girls, and I hope you had fun. Remember, if you're not sure or you don't understand, you can always ask for help. Just make sure that you finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done, it is important for us to sanitize. Now, when we sanitize, we rub inside our hands, in between our fingers, around our hands, on our wrists and our fingertips too. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder though, I've been looking for Zacky the whole day. I think he's hiding from me. Zacky, where are you? Oh, there he is. So, from Zacky and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zacky.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zacky Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.
Oh,
I am
wow.
just having so much fun. I mean, Teacher Mutsa
Wow.
is just, I mean, she's just the best. There's nothing to describe her
No,
but
really.
the best.
Now it's time for us to head over to the grade 3s, week 9, lesson 2.
For grade 3 learners.
Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade 3s and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is transport and communication. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, it's very important for us to sanitize. Remember, when we sanitize, we are trying to stay safe, not just for ourselves, but for the people around us. So let us make sure that we sanitize correctly. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about creative writing, yes or no questions, and because or so. For our exercise now, let's turn to page 6. On page 6, we are going to be doing creative writing. But instead of us writing from just words, we have whole sentences that we have to rewrite in the correct order. And then after that, you're going to be drawing a picture about the story. So what we can see right now are 7 different sentences. Each one has to be put in order according to the story. What we are going to do first is read each sentence the way it is. And then we're going to decide which one comes first, second, third, and fourth. So let us take a look at the one at the top. It says, let's read together, there were cars, buses, trucks, and bicycles. The next one says, as he sat on the bench, he saw different types of transport. The next one says, he woke up early and decided to go to town. The next sentence says, Sammy became tired of walking and sat on a bench in the park. The next one says, he walked down the street. The next one says, it was late and he went back home. The last dotted point says, one day there was a boy called Sammy. So now we have to put these in the correct order. So we are going to talk about number 1. The first sentence that we're going to put needs to be something to introduce the story. Now we have the person's name that we are looking for, and the person's name is Sammy. But not only that, boys and girls, it starts with the sentence that says one day. Now, anytime a story is starting, we either do once upon a time or one day. So this is going to be our first sentence. I'd like you to take your pencil and I want you to write at the end of the sentence a small 1 to show that this is the first one you're going to write. So our first sentence is, one day there was a boy called Sammy. That is the one at the bottom. Then for our second sentence, I think it is the word, or rather the sentence that says, he woke up and decided to go to town. Now, if you see that sentence, it's 1, 2, 3, number 3. If we put it just after our first sentence, we need to check whether or not it makes sense. So we now say from the first sentence, one day there was a boy called Sammy. He woke up early and decided to go to town. Does the story so far make sense? Yes, it does. So you're going to put the sentence, he woke up early and decided to go to town, as number 2. Then number 3, we are looking for something that continues from the decision to go to town. So we can say it's the sentence, he walked down the street. Because remember, he is going to town. So he needs a way to go to town. And one way he can go is walking. So the sentence that says, he walked down the street will be our third one. So I'd like you to put a little 3 next to that sentence. Now let's try again. We're going to start from the first sentence, going to the third one. Let's read to see if our story is making sense. One day, there was a boy called Sammy. He woke up early and decided to go to town. He walked down the street. Wow, I think our story is shaping up quite well. What do you think? Then, number 4, we are going to choose another sentence. In this case, we need one that links to our last sentence. Our last sentence says that he was walking. So we need something that tells us what happened whilst he was walking. The next sentence can actually say, Sammy became tired of walking and sat on a bench in the park. This one can be our 4th sentence. Now, if we read all 4 sentences, we are slowly creating our story. Let's read all 4 and see if we are doing the right thing. One day, there was a boy called Sammy. This is our first sentence. Our second one says, he woke up early and decided to go to town. The third sentence says, he walked down the street. The 4th sentence says, Sammy became tired of walking and sat on a bench in the park. Now, I'd like you to please make sure you number your sentences before you write them. And I want you to try and read them as you go along. When you get to the last sentence, the 7th sentence, please make sure that it makes sense. Then after that, I would like you to copy the sentences as they are in the correct spaces. Make sure that you copy correctly and that you have neat handwriting, and that at the end of the day, your story makes sense. Don't forget to draw a picture to tell us what is actually happening in the story. I will see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
For our exercise now, boys and girls, let us turn to page 7. On page 7, we are going to be doing construction of yes or no answers. So you're going to write the answers and you are going to focus on either the yes or the no. Now the first one has been done for you as an example. The question says, let's read it together. Did the king sit on his throne? Now, as you can see, there is a king sitting on a throne or on a chair. And the first thing you can notice is the word yes. So if the king is sitting on his throne, we say, yes, he did. Because the question is asking, did the king? And then we say, yes. But if the king did not sit on his throne, we would say, no, he did not. Now to answer the rest, let's take a look at the board. So, just to be clear, if you see a yes, then that means that we are going positively. We are answering positively. So we say yes, she did if we are talking about a woman or a girl. And if it is a man, we say yes, he did. But if the answer is a negative one and starts with no, if it is a woman, we will say no, she did not. And if it is a man, we will be saying no, he did not. So if we are asked, for example, did teacher Mutsa wear a pair of trousers today? What would we say? Would we say yes, she did, or no, she did not? Well, as you can see, I am not wearing a pair of trousers today. So that means it's going to say no. And then the rest will say, no, she did not. So let's now take a look at our exercise. We're going to answer number 1 and number 4 together. Number 1 says, did Ndeshi have a sore throat? Now the word or the name Ndeshi is usually used for girls. So we know that we are dealing with a girl or a woman. And we can see that they have started the answer for us, which is yes. So to complete the answer, we are going to say, yes, she did. Don't forget your full stop at the end of the sentence. Then number 4 says, did Sam pull a thread from his jersey? Let me read it again. Did Sam pull a thread from his jersey? Now the clue that we have here to either use he or she is the word his. So we know that Sam is either a man or a boy. And then the other clue is the answer beginning with the word no. So we would say, no, he did not. I want you to now do the rest by yourselves. Take a good look at whether it's a boy or a girl, and when you're starting your answer, check if it is a yes or a no. Remember, a yes means that we're answering positively, so we are going to use the word did. But a no means that we are answering negatively, which means we will be using the words did not. So take your time and make sure that you read your sentences after you're done. I will see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zacky.
For our exercise now, boys and girls, let us turn to page 8. On page 8, we are going to be doing completion of sentences. We are going to be using two words, either because or so. So it is either because or the word so. Now, before we actually complete the sentences, let us turn to the board so that we know when we can use the words. Now, the word because is used when we are offering a reason in the sentence. I woke up late because I did not hear my alarm. We are offering a reason as to why I woke up late. So if you use the word because, you are offering a reason for what happened. And if you use the word so, we are saying that we are talking about the result, what ended up happening. The boy was naughty, so he was punished. Because the boy was naughty, the result was what happened, which was a punishment. So we use the word so. Now let's take a look at the last ones so that we can do them together. From number 12. We are going to start together. Let's read. My father has a toothache. Dash, he went to the dentist. My father has a toothache. Dash, he went to the dentist. Do we use the word because? Or do we use the word so? The first part of the sentence is telling us that the father had a toothache. Then the second part, we need to decide if that is the result of the toothache or the reason. Now, if you said the word so, well done, because that is the action or the result of the toothache. Now let us complete the sentence. My father has a toothache, so he went to the dentist. Please complete that sentence with the word so. Let's now move on to number 13. Number 13 says, let's read. I will be cleaning the windows. Dash, they are dirty. I will be cleaning the windows. Dash, they are dirty. Now we have to be very careful here, because if we use the word because, we will be offering a reason. And then if we use the word so, we are offering a result. So which one should we use? If you guessed the word because, well done. Now let's read our sentence with the word because. I will be cleaning the windows because they are dirty. Now we have offered a reason as to why the windows are being cleaned. Please can you put the word because on the dash. Let's go to number 14. Number 14 says, Anna woke up late. Dash, she missed the bus. Anna woke up late. Dash, she missed the bus. Which word do we use on the dash? Is it the word because for offering a reason, or so for giving a result? If you said the word because, let's talk about that. Anna woke up late because she missed the bus. Now, if you listen carefully, the first thing that happened was that Anna woke up late, not that she missed the bus. So that means that the word because does not fit in this sentence because it is not giving a reason. So let us use the word so. Anna woke up late, so she missed the bus. Yes, if we use the word so, we are giving a result of Anna waking up late, which means that your sentence will be complete using the word so. Let's take a look at number 15. Number 15 says, my sister lost her doll. Dash, she was very sad. My sister lost her doll. Dash, she was very sad. I want you by yourselves to check whether we're using because for a reason or so for a result. Please fill in the one that you think is correct. Let's now move on to number 16, the last one for us together. Sally is on a diet. Dash, she wants to be thin again. Sally is on a diet. Dash, she wants to be thin again. Do we use the word because or the word so? Remember, we use the word so when we are offering a result, but we use the word because when we are offering a reason. So please read the sentence again and fill in the correct word. The rest of them on the top, you are going to be doing by yourselves. Please try to take your time and read the sentences carefully. Read them with both words to check if they make sense, and then you write the correct word and read it again afterwards. Take your time. If there are words you don't know, it's okay to ask. Just make sure that you finish your exercise by yourself. I will see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
We have now come to the end of our lesson and I hope that you had fun. Remember, if anything is too difficult or you can't remember, you can always ask for help. Just make sure that you finish the exercises by yourself. Now that we are done, it is important for us to sanitize at the end. Remember, when we sanitize after lessons, we're trying to make sure that whoever we see afterwards, we are staying safe from them and to protect them as well. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder though, I want to go outside and play with my friend. Zashi said he would be here just now, but I'm not sure where he is. Oh, hello, Zashi. How are you? So, from Zashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.
I mean, we had such a great show today on Active Kids. I mean, I had so much fun and I learned so much today with you guys.
We learned a lot, especially from Zoe and Zacky.
I mean, those are the coolest kids around. And don't forget Teacher Musa's lessons. But then, no, Desiree, don't you? I actually want to know what their favorite part of the show was.
Really?
So do let us know what your favorite part of the show is.
In the comment section.
But then for us here today, we have to say bye. See you again tomorrow, the same time.
Same
Bye,
place.
friends.